Hello everyone, this is Fantasy Ask, and welcome back to Season 3 of Luminous Clan in ClanGen, the Warrior Cats clan generator game. When we left off in the previous episode, the one and only kitten we have in the clan aged up into an apprentice, and we found out who her mentor was. Godzilla Star, the clan leader, decided that at the end of the day, even though he wasn't going to consider Lupine Claw as, an ideal mentor for her own daughter, Firepaw, that's what ended up happening. So now Lupine Claw is in charge of Firepaw's training. So that's going to be very exciting to see how mother and daughter work together to bring her closer to, becoming a warrior. We do live in a very dangerous time. The rate at which youngsters and apprentices seem to die in our clan before they become adults is quite wild. So I'm very eager to see how Lupine Claw is going to protect her daughter against pretty much everything there is in the world. So we have that. I'm also looking forward to, in this episode, hopefully seeing that Caribou Streak is going to be brought in. Because then we'll be able to pair him with Orchid Shine, and we can get, hopefully, another litter in the works. So without further ado, let us dive into the Leader's Den. We are going to roll the dice to see what Godzilla Star is going to do for the next gathering. So let's do it, guys. Okay, what do the dice tell us? So we got a 6 on the D10, 2, 4, 6, that's Link's Clan, and we got a 6. We got a 6 on the D8, which, thank goodness, means we are going to try and appease Link's Clan. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Let's skip a moon and see what happens, guys. Okay. We still could not find Caribou Streak. Okay, Luminous Clan does not have enough healthy medicine cats. Cats will be sick/hurt for longer and have a higher chance of dying. Hope finally begins to unite the clanmates of Luminous Clan and Chirp Clan, fostering a shared vision of peace. During the gathering, Plum Raven suggests Link's Clan and Luminous Clan put aside their differences for the sake of both clans. Link's Clan relations have improved, which is wonderful. And the reason why I was so upset is because, despite a long search, Caribou Streak could not be found by the clan. Caribou Streak, where are you? What are you doing? We need you in the clan, boy. The leader is waiting to bring you in. He has selected you, picked you out amongst all the other males out there to be brought in for Orchid Shine, but you are somehow evading us. Okay. Stone's Peck's brain has healed. Okay, for a second, I thought that was his one life, but no, I forgot. Godzilla Star has not lost even a single life up until this point. So, Godzilla Star died from a mangled leg. He has 8 lives left. So, he's still kind of safe. As if the injury wasn't bad enough, the skin around Daisy Quake's mangled leg has started to swell and feel feverish. That's not good. Firepaw's running nose is gone. A harsh sparring session has left Firepaw bruised. She worries that she will do badly in a real fight against Chirp Clan. And that's kind of what we have going on. I'm especially worried about us, not having another litter going or anything like that, because we have had some deaths. We have some severe injuries as well that may result in deaths, and I'm a little bit nervous our population is going to take a big hit. It's okay, guys. Let's just pull all of our focus into Firepaw and making her into a warrior, and I'm sure things will work out. If not, we shall all die together. That is okay. Let's see what's going on in the Medicine Cat Den. Canary Snap has yellow cough. Daisy Quake has that mangled leg, which is now infected. It's going to be really tragic if this war takes all of Godzilla Star's children away from him. It would be kind of wild considering that all of this is happening because of him. If you think about it, he's the one who started these wars. Stone Speck was given Dandelion as treatment for sprain. Her sprain healed. Godzilla Star was given Cobwebs as treatment for mangled leg. And then he ended up dying from the mangled leg. Canary Snap was given Lungwort as treatment for yellow cough. They will be less likely to die. Okay, so that is something really serious. Sunchill was given Dandelion as treatment for sprain. Daisy Quake was given cobwebs as treatment for mangled leg, and Firepaw's running nose is gone. And the cats are going to do even worse because our medicine cat has yellow cough right now, so we don't really have someone kind of, looking after the clan members. But okay, let's go ahead and check to see how our relationships are going. Plum Raven hears Magpie Heart laugh at a clanmate's joke even though it was lame. Plum Raven and Tornfern say goodbye but end up walking in the same direction. Buttercup Dusk thinks he can tell Shadow Swirl something important. The silence between Buttercup Dusk and Sunchill feels more uncomfortable than usual. Stone Speck wasn't going to help a clanmate but realized that Tornfern would do it in a heartbeat. Stone Speck points out a nice rock for Daisy Quake to sharpen his claws on. Cloudfur wishes she could get her pelt to shine like Orchid shines. Cloudfur overhears something about Daisy Quake that she can relate to. Some things have been rough for Sunchill lately, but Shadowswirl admires his willingness to go on. Shadowswirl wishes that a clanmate liked her as much as they like Firepaw. Shadowswirl and Godzilla Star were heard discussing kits. I think we can interpret this as them discussing, their children and everything their children have been going through, and maybe just reflecting on how things were, when they were born and when they were young, before everything started to go wrong. Canary Snap goes out of his way to help Lupine Claw with something without being asked. When a clanmate passes by holding stinking herbs, both Lupine Claw and Daisy Quake gag. Orchid Shine thinks that Shadow Swirl smells nice today. During rough weather, Blissfur helps Orchid Shine get safely to her den. Magpie Heart is complaining that Blissfur never does anything helpful. Daisy Quake was complimented by another clan during the recent gathering, but Magpie Heart wasn't. Pepper wants to spend time with friends, but all of them have plans with Magpie Heart. Magpie Heart asks how Pepper's day is, but Pepper's reply is kind of a bummer. Pepper promises Cloudfur to always be there to protect her with his life. Now these two mates, I have not seen a lot of interaction between the two of them for a long, long time. So it is nice to know that Pepper, it feels like they've grown distant because we kind of saw that, Pepper, he was busy, I think, with politics, and then Cloudfur started developing a crush on Buttercup Dusk, and they stopped really spending a lot of time with one another, especially after their children, Blissfur and Sunchill, grew up. But it's nice to see that Pepper still has Cloudfur in his thoughts, and is wanting to share that with her. Godzilla Star and Buttercup Dusk get their first step together with some sap. Godzilla Star, Buttercup Dusk, and Shadow Swirl had a nice talk while eating. Godzilla Star and Blissfur realized they were the only ones that saw a shooting star. Canary Snap brings Pepper some fresh kill, hoping that he remembered what Pepper's favorite was. Canary Snap asks Tornfern to look at a little cut on his leg. Blissfur's friend says nice things about Plumraven, but it just makes Blissfur jealous. Blissfur got a bunch of cats out for morning stretches, they didn't like it. Sunchill and Daisy Quake had to fix something around camp and argued about how to fix it. It ended up being fixed by some other cat in the end. Daisy Quake settles near Tornfern to eat his fresh kill. Daisy Quake got a bunch of cats up for morning stretches, they didn't like it. Magpie Heart keeps yawning during Tornfern's story. And Blissfur follows through on a small promise made with Firepaw. So that's all we have for events. Let me cut the recording here and we'll continue with the cat list. Okay, let us resume with the cat list. First up, we have our loyalties, where we have had a change. So Blissfur is no longer loyal to Godzilla Star. And I think what this comes down to is that a lot of Godzilla's children are going through problems because of the war. I mean, he lost his son. Now Daisy Quake has that mangled leg from one of the attacks, and the leg is getting infected. Basically, Godzilla Star's family is suffering because of his actions, and I think Blissfur can't see how she's supposed to stand behind a leader that can't even protect his own family. And if he can't protect his own family, how is he going to protect the whole clan? And I think that's why, at least at this point, she's going kind of back and forth on how she feels about Godzilla Star. I feel like it's very interesting seeing Blissfur's arc ever since, she was a youngster, about how she feels regarding Godzilla Star, because we have seen a lot of changes. She never really kind of sits in one camp too long. She is loyal some moons and then an anti-loyalist on other moons, but I think it goes to show, and it's fascinating because she's a loyal cat, so it just goes to show that, you know, she's not someone who can firmly say that she believes in Godzilla Star. Whereas some of the other cats, they have maintained their loyalties for a long time, over a long period of time. Like, ever since Sunchill became loyal, he has stayed loyal. Obviously, Godzilla Star's children, Tornfern and Daisyquake, they have never wavered in their loyalty, and neither did his son Thunderwind when Thunderwind was alive. Shadowswirl hasn't wavered ever since she fell in love with him and became loyal to him, and neither has Orchidshine. So I find it very fascinating when we see Blissfur move back and forth like this. But okay, since we don't have any mediation to do, since, you know, there isn't a couple that we're trying to get a litter from, let's just go and see what everyone's doing for the day. Godzilla Star wonders if his two legs miss him. Plum Raven had a nice chat with a kitty pet. Canary Snap is making new nests. Buttercup Dusk saw a kitty pet rolling around a two-leg garden. Stone Speck is on a walk out in the territory. Cloudfur saw a kitty pet rolling around a two-leg garden. Shadow Swirl had a nice chat with a kitty pet. Magpie Heart keeps checking his nest for burrs. Lupine Claw is picking the burrs from her pelt. Orchidshine has been tough on herself lately. Sunchill is daydreaming. Blissfur doesn't want to go on Dusk Patrol. Tornfern is worried Godzilla Star is overworking himself. This is very sweet, actually, since Tornfern is the favorite child of Godzilla Star, and, you know, she's looking at her father, and she feels like he's been overworking himself, especially probably because of the life he lost, you know, the death from the mangled leg. Maybe it's making her quite a bit concerned. Daisyquake doesn't want to go on Dawn Patrol. Firepaw assigns herself to a patrol, and Pepper saw a kitty pet with no fur at all. Now, back to Orchidshine, who's being tough on herself. I feel like with Orchidshine, maybe she knows that the clan is kind of stressed about the whole, you know, kitten situation. She knows that Godzilla Star is feeling a lot of pressure because Orchidshine was being very resistant towards Melon when Melon was alive, and now he's kind of struggling to find the male that he has kind of selected for her. So I think Orchidshine is making herself extra busy and working extra hard so that nobody kind of points fingers at her. Like, if she's too busy throwing herself into work around camp and the clan, then no one can kind of blame her for things not going right because she's also kind of trying her best. She's also distracting herself from the impending match because she doesn't really trust Godzilla Star's taste, given who he paired her up with beforehand, and she doesn't really know what the future has in store for her. So I think that's what's going on over here. But okay, now that we have kind of overlooked what everyone is up to, let's cut the recording and pick up in patrols. Okay, let's resume with patrols. We don't have a medicine cat that is going to be able to go out, so we won't even worry about that. Currently, we have 128 prey. We need 43. We're gonna have, let's see, a patrol of 6 and a patrol of 5. So our first set, we have Firepaw, who is not going with her mentor and mother, Lupine Claw. I guess her mother has decided that for the second patrol of Firepaw, she wants her to get some experience with the other cats and kind of learn to be in other, like, new situations. And probably after the patrols, when they get back to camp, then, you know, they'll have a bit of a discussion about the things that she learnt. She wants to enable, like I said, the boldness that her daughter has. So we have Firepaw, Tornfern, Godzilla Star, Stone Speck, Plum Raven, and Blissfur. So, okay, let's send these guys out. Oh, a hunting patrol. It starts snowing soon after the patrol sets out, trying to bring back something, anything, for the fresh kill pile. Proceed. Despite the snow, the patrol manages to hunt successfully, lurking where the songbirds forage. Only a couple, but in the season, that's more than enough to count as a success. As Godzilla Star leads the way home, a sense of security and competence drives them onwards. A small amount of prey is brought to camp. Okay, so we have 152. And then for our second patrol, we have Orchid Shine, Lupine Claw, Magpie Heart, Shadow Swirl, and Cloud Fur. So let's see what they get up to. Oh, another hunting patrol. As the patrol walks through the snowy wooded slopes, Lupine Claw explains an idea she had for squirrel hunting. It sounds a little strange, but perhaps it could work. Proceed. Lupine Claw suggests baiting the squirrels with food and picking them off when they come out to eat. Waiting is the most difficult part. The squirrels don't seem to expect the trap, and they come home laden with prey. A large amount of prey is brought to camp. Okay, so that was a very successful hunt. Oh my goodness, and now we have 200 food, which is absolutely amazing. But it seems as though that is all we managed to get done in this episode, which is just about fine. But really, desperately, we want to find Caribou Streak. I feel like a lot of our future hinges on finding Caribou Streak. So fingers crossed, next time we're going to be luckier than we were this time around. And, third time's going to be the charm. But okay, guys, with that said and done, I am going to leave off. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.